Oh, this is Matthew with Matthew's Mink Manor. I've been sort of dreading bringing this news, but I needed to tell everybody on my YouTube channel and all the people that have subscribed and that have been watching the progress that Yeager had been making since she was just a little kid. When I got her in June when she was just 6 weeks old, that Yeager passed away here on a month ago, on the 22nd of December. Let me tell you what happened. You may have seen a video that I posted, back in, I think, October or September, where Yeager got sick and what I did to help her recover. And so this was the second time she got sick with really similar symptoms. Not exactly sure what she died from, except that it was symptoms that could have been related to either like canine or feline parvo, or it could have been related to distemper. Anyways, those were the symptoms that I saw. But the first time that Yeager got sick, she stopped drinking, she stopped eating, she was very lethargic. The temperature outside was cool, and it wasn't too cool, it was still pretty warm. So I just nursed her along, and about 36 hours after she started showing these symptoms, she started recovering, and I finally got her something to eat that was something that she really liked, which was just some rodent organs like the liver, heart, lungs, and things like that. And she started eating, and when she started eating, she seemed like she just really bounced back just as quickly as she got sick. But this time it was cold outside, and I noticed in the morning that she was sick, and I was really concerned about her because she didn't want to eat. And by the time I got home that evening from work, she had cached all of her food around in her pen, and she wasn't touching anything, and usually she comes running out to greet me when I'm here, out to her swimming pool, and she didn't. And she was down in her little underground pen that I made, that's not an underground pen but an underground den that's down, goes to a tube down to a 5-gallon bucket that it stays warmer, and it's really nice. The mink really like it, and she kind of come crawling out of there, and I could see that she was in trouble. And so I gathered up all of her food and got her some fresh food, and she didn't want anything to do with it. And I cleaned out a big dog kennel and brought it inside the house and made it as comfortable as possible, and got some good food for her, things that she wanted. I went and bought some chicken liver and some beef liver and things I thought that she would want to eat, and got a water dish fixed up for her, and put some pads down that she could go to the bathroom on. And so that went on for a couple of days, and one of the things I noticed is she had really, really bad smelly feces, and that indicated that perhaps it could have been some kind of feline or canine parvo, or it could have been some sort of distemper. But I thought it couldn't have been those, because one, when the kits are like, I think they're 8 weeks old or 10 weeks old or something like that, or maybe it's 12 weeks old, I can't remember, but we vaccinate them all. When the mink farm that Joseph is good friends with, when they vaccinate their mink, he is able to get a little bit of vaccine from what they're doing, and we bring it over to his place, and we vaccinate all the babies, and we give boosters for all the adults. So she'd been vaccinated for distemper, for some kind of parvo, like a canine or feline parvo, for rabies, and for salmonella. So they're vaccinated that one time. They're not given any boosters, which I'm not sure if that's really necessary or not for little mink, but the farms don't do it, so we don't do it. So for 2 days she really struggled. She did start to eat a little bit, and she was passing food through her system, and she was drinking and she wasn't really dropping a lot of weight, but her eyes looked just sunken and hollow, and her reactions were very slow. She didn't like being in the pen, of course, and wanted to get out, but I kept her in the pen during the night and let her come out into her if it warmed up, and it did one day. It warmed up and she seemed to be recovering, and my son came over and put her on a harness, and after he got done with work, and she wanted to walk around the yard a little bit and seemed like she was going to be fine, and she really struggled on the 21st, and that night she passed away. And I went ahead and weighed her, and in those 4 days or 3 days that she was sick, she only dropped 100 grams, which that's like one feeding for her. So she didn't lose a lot of weight, and she was staying hydrated. But whatever she had, she couldn't pull through. So it's pretty sad that we lost her. She was really a neat little mink, and I'd spent time with her every day since she was 6 weeks old for the last 7 months or so, and she was a pretty cool little mink, and she was coming along and doing really well, and a nice pet. You can handle her really well. You watch all my videos how she liked to get in my pocket and go on walks. And she was pretty sociable. She'd climb in my jacket and things like that. And so I was pretty devastated, and I didn't really want to, right off the bat, notify everybody. I had a whole bunch of videos that I wanted to post before I really gave the news, and maybe that's unfair to my audience, but it was just a little too raw at the time. And I still have some videos of her training that I still want to post, because I learn a lot from the videos I take, and this is not, there's only a few people in the world that are doing what Joseph started, and what I became involved in and started doing, which is training mink. And anyways, so I have a few more videos that I'm gonna post of the training, because I probably watch them more than most people do. I probably watch my own videos of my training so I can figure out what I'm doing 3 or 4 or 5 times. And I have just a little bit of footage I'm going to show of Yeager, her last day. And it was really quite touching. I put her back here in her pen, and I put her in, she wanted to be in that little bucket house I made with some straw, and she started gathering up some leaves, and was struggling, but she was, I thought for sure she was going to pull through, because she was much more active. And maybe it was just the cold, I don't know, but yeah, it was sad. I keep thinking back what kind of things I could have done. Would taking her to a vet, would that have helped? Probably not. When animals get parvo or distemper, there's very little that can be done, because the mucous membrane and that's on their small intestine gets stripped away, and they can't absorb much nutrients at all, and there's nothing really that they can do to treat that. And that could have been what it was. When I told Joseph that she had passed away, he said that we need to make sure we preserve her body so that we can test the blood in her heart for Aleutian mink disease, and which he did, and she came back, tested as negative. You know, there's a little bit of blood that's left in the heart that you can take out, and then just enough that you can do one of those tests. And so I was glad to hear that she didn't have Aleutian's disease. But the good news is that after going through this and talking with Joseph about getting another mink, we were thinking about, so there was one mink that was sort of questionable, and that was Ita. Now Ita has been in a hunting video. I think she was in the hunting video where we killed 30 rats with the dogs and the mink. And Ita went down a hole and got a hold of one of them, and another mink finished it off. But she's shown some real promise. So let me show you Ita, and I've had her now for 7 days. No, this is the end of day 6. So let me show you Ita, and I've already been training her, and I got some videos of that I'll post after this, and keep showing you the progress I'm making with her, and the progress I'm making with my dog Neela, and anyways, and bring you some really fun content and interesting content that you can learn from, and you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, hardly anybody's doing this. Just me and Joe. So here's Ita. She's in the little swimming area. I think her hole has frozen over. I need to break it because she likes to get down in the ice water too. But I'm going to get her out. I'm going to do an evening training with her. Ita. And Ita. Ita. Yeah. Ready? So here's Ita in the little cash box or kennel, whatever you want to call it. I refer to it as a little kennel. But what I started doing with her was really basic food calls, which is her name, and give her a little piece of food. I'm working on getting her harnessed. I'm putting her on a harness. I'm working on getting her to allow me to touch her and hold her and handle her without a lot of stress. And I'll show you all that, but I'm gonna show you just a really quick training with her after 6 days. This is the end of day 6, but I'll go back and I'm going to show you later. I'm going to show you all of the progress that we've been making up to this point, so you can see her progress and all the progress she's made just in 6 days. Ita. See, day 1 she wouldn't have done that. Come here. Yeah, I got a hold of her now, and she's letting me grab her by her, and she's not struggling too much, and she's actually pushing her way into the harness. And wow, that was fast. That was really good. You guys, you guys got to see just progress right there. That was awesome progress. And we're going to take her. I'm even teaching her to go into my pocket, which she will do. And she likes those little spaces. It's to me, it wasn't just Yeager that likes those little spaces like a pocket, but they like to climb around in your coat. So it's really natural for them to be in this neat little pocket. And she's not biting me. She's enjoying it. She's scratching around, and you know, but she kind of likes it. But I'm going to go put her over here on the run and do a little bit of training with her. So that's going to, I'm just thank you for all your support. It's been awesome. We're nearing 3,000 subscribers on my channel. Thank you for all the comments. I do my very best to reply to every one of your comments. It may get to the point where I can't reply to them all, but I just really appreciate the people that really love this and like to see this, and I'll bring you more of the content, and look forward to training with Ita and seeing her development. It's something that if you're interested in, you need to get Joseph Carter's book, The New Sport of Minkery, and read it page, you know, from cover to cover, and ask. It'll be great. So I'm excited to train a new mink. I was sad to lose Yeager. She was my first mink, and I'll always remember her. And because she was a great little mink, but it was so sad to lose her. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Here's Yeager's happy sound. Come here, Yeager.
Well, she came back.
Yeah, that's good. Yeager! Yeager! Let's see if we can call her down here. Around. Yeager! Cash it! Cash it! Come on, if you cash it, I'll give you a big cash it! Cash it! Get it up in there! No way! She's gonna cash it! Oh, there she goes! She got all the way up in there! Good deal! That was awesome! Get outside! Hey, get outside! Yeah, get outside! Out! Out! Good deal, Mink! Out! She's the pollinator! You take your rod away. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. I'm gonna take it away from you. Okay, now let's see what she does. It's the end of September, 1st of October. And she just, okay. There she goes. Okay. Now she should ask for a treat. Okay, there we go. You did the right thing.